welcome to Teadit podcast. We start this episode with a lot of knowledge and innovation. Today, I have a pleasure to receive here three inspired guys from the Innovation Hub. Thank you for coming, Igor, Leonardo, and João. Okay, and to start, Igor, please tell us about the Innovation Hub and how the company is working to develop innovative solutions to industrial sealing.
First of all, thanks for inviting us. It's a pleasure to be here and talk a little more about the R&D. The Innovation Hub is where our R&D team is located, together with our two labs, the chemical lab and the mechanical testing lab. There we have valves and presses and flanges to test our materials there. And regarding our work and how we work, actually, we keep an eye open for technologies that arrive daily, and we must have a critical view and strategic view as well to understand which technologies can be included in our products or which cannot. So that's a very important part of the work. We also take a lot of inputs from different areas, the worldwide application engineer team. So they can talk to us about the problems that a customer is having, so we understand the problem and bring that problem to our lab, and there we can try to come up with a solution for them and satisfy the client there. And also we have to be very aware of the global trend and where the world is going to, and have that view is very important for our job here.
Nice. And what are the main area of research that you are currently focused on?
Uh, I can mention maybe two. One is not very new because we've been working on that for 15 years now. That is reducing fugitive emissions. So we are daily performance testing our gaskets because we want to make sure the customer gets not just a simple gasket, but they have the best sealing solution there is. And as we like to say, premium is our standard. So that's a demand we have for ourselves. And a new area that we are now getting in is the energy transition. So we understand that the world, it's aligned with what I mentioned in the first answer. So we know that the world have a politic of reducing methane and reducing carbon. So in the next few decades, and we must understand the new energy solutions that will arrive, and we understand that hydrogen will be a big player there. So we are now testing our products with hydrogen, and we must have a full characterizations of our products in hydrogen. So that's something that we've been testing a while now in our lab.
Cool. And how do you use the research and development to find good solutions, efficient and sustainable solutions?
Oh, maybe it's time for example here. The orange gasket, it's a premium product that received many awards, the Valor Awards, the Plunkett Award, and it's an innovative technology that replaces the gasket cutting from that gasket cutting to winding PTFE tape. So we make a gasket of that. So all that scrap from gasket cutting is reduced. So that's a very sustainable solution that we developed.
Good. And talking about renewable energy, Teadit has some research project focused on this.
Yes, so Igor talked about hydrogen, and we have a few projects related to it right now. So One that is in its final phase, it's related to a PTFE yarn, which is used for mechanical reinforcement for electrolysis membrane. It's a very high tenacity yarn and very slim, so it is in its final phase right now. Our lab was also equipped, as Igor said, to test both packings and gaskets with hydrogen, and we have already validated a few products that are started to being sold in European market, specifically for hydrogen applications. But focusing on green products and green technologies is on our DNA. We have a lot of products that are used for biofuels, for example, so ethanol, biodiesel, and green diesel.
Nice. And how does the company keep up to date with these new technologies and market trends?
Hi, Aline. It's a pleasure to be here. I think you can answer that. To keep up to date with new technologies and market trends, we do follow some specific strategies. To list a few of the main ones, we often participate in fairs, events, and conferences, both national and international. That adds a lot of value for our teams and new information that comes up, as Igor was speaking at the beginning. Other strategy is that we closely monitor competition, products, and launches. Teadit also has this culture of internal training of its employees, which is very good. It's very beneficial for our department. A great example in our department is that we have currently 4 master's students. And another key strategy is that we follow the principles of the 4th generation of R&D, which is basically hearing from our clients the needs of the industry as a whole. And based on that, we trace plans for products that can meet those needs, that can solve those problems and those needs from our clients in the industry.
Okay. And recently, you published an article in the American magazine Valve World about the DGT, yes, Digital Gasket Training. Can you explain us how this training works and how Teadit is dealing with these digital worlds?
Of course. Giving some context, the DGT development occurred during the pandemic. It came from the need of facilitating the training of
in these difficult times, yes.
Yeah, of gasket installation. So the DGT is a simulator. It is a computer program that replicates the effects and behaviors of an actual flange device, modeling its elastic interactions
of
and
the bolts, yes.
Yeah, when you tighten a bolt, the other ones change in force. The software simulates that. And in the program, you can do a variety of operations. You can select any bolt at any sequence. You can select different torque tools, wrenches or a torque wrench, select a specific torque. You can select the nut factor of the bolts, select different Teadit gaskets, set internal pressure for the flange, and so on. And a nice feature is that you can attach a torque transducer device into the computer via a USB cable. And with that, you can use actual tools to perform torque on the program. Like you can use an actual wrench there and feel the efforts needed to perform a decent gasket installation. And about the current digital scenario, dealing with this situation of software as a product has been new to us, but we've seen that companies are adopting more and more aspects of the Industry 4.0 into their routines. So based on that, we have been investing in software products to fit both internal needs from Teadit as well as our clients.
Yes.
Nice. And talking about the future now, do you have any project that you are working that do you believe it will have a big impact to the industry in the future?
We just released earlier this year the 2848 packing, which is a total disruptive product. So we were working on a PTF yarn for electrolysis membrane, and we were also working on a total different project related to identification and traceability for our food and drugs market. So 2848 packing was a fusion of these two new technology for us and also our know-how on fugitive emission packings, and it achieved outstanding performance on fugitive emissions as well as in contravalves, which is a demand in the market that there was no solution at the time. So besides all that sealing performance, it also incorporates a unique feature of traceability and identification, which is a patented technology that only our product has. So we're really hoping this will strike the market in a very good way.
Very interesting. How do you see the future of sealing industry and how does Teadit work in this new scenario?
I can answer that. I believe the sealing industry will remain strong and with constant demand because those are products essential for piping, and the piping industry is a timeless industry because anywhere you need fluid transport, you necessarily need a piping system.
Unless they come up with teletransportation.
Yeah, unless maybe 100,000 years in the future we'll have gravity conducting fluids. But so yeah, those products will always be needed. And considering that material sciences and computing are areas that are advancing at a very fast pace, it opens up many opportunities for new and disruptive innovations and products for the sealing industry. New sealing materials, new sealing products, new smart products, and so on. And along with that, we have companies focusing on and worrying more about environmental issues, as well as modernizing their factories by implementing smart products, by monitoring in real time their processes. So those are points that Teadit has been acting on by providing high-performing sealing products as well as services that can meet those needs.
Support that needs, yeah.
Yes, giving a support to those areas.
Interesting. Very cool. So today we finish here. Thank you again for coming. And that's it. See you next time.